Hi there, Chris here. Welcome to another edition of Quick Pick Thursdays. On Quick Pick Thursdays, I try and find a lock that is easy and quick to pick, and then figure out why it's easy and quick to pick. So I have this American padlock. I really like it. It's all brass, nice brass shackle. It's a U.S. Set SCT. I can't remember what that means, but it is this was produced on a contract for the military. Maybe one of the reasons this is a quick pick is the bidding is not too radical. I have to let Slinky out, sorry. Slink. So I was saying the bidding is not too radical. So why is this easy? And this one is easy, and some we struggle with other American locks. The same core as an 1100. So let's pick it and see. First off, with all these 1100s and this type of American lock, I use top of the keyway. You don't have to. You can go bottom of the keyway. That's fine. I just like top. I like light tension. And literally when I first go in, I just tickle the pins. I mean, literally I'm just sort of riding over them and giving a slight push up. What I'm looking for is a false set, and I just got it. So the core is moved. Now I'm going to try and feel for binders. Feels like there's one in the back. Getting a little counter. Okay, I overset, but I let it fall back down. And these, because I have that nice false set, you want to test the core to make sure you haven't picked it. So now I'll see if I can find something else that'll give me counter rotation. There's another one in the back. Gave me a slightly more core turn. I'm not in yet. I'll come in. So not much feedback, so maybe it's only one more pin. Gotta find that pin though. Is it two? Is that one? Getting counter. Okay, now I'm stuck. I've shoved it up and I'm stuck. So either I gotta commit. I've lost most of my false set. So at this point you could try and go back and see if you've lost some, or the best thing to do is just to reset. Resetting can be a very good thing, because if you're stuck or overset, you're not going to get anywhere. So once again, I'm just going to tickle the pins and see what I can find. And watch the tension wrench. Okay, there we go. We got that first core movement, fairly deep false set. So I'm going to try and find feedback. That feels like 5. That was a nice click. It's set. I got slightly more core movement. I'm going to test my lock. Nope. So now we're back to where we were. Getting counter. I lifted it up, And we got it. So let's see why this one is seemingly easier than the regular American locks of this type that we try and tackle. So we'll take a look at the pins, how they interact. So it's just a regular core. What am I? Oh, that's the spring. Screw. It has a bypass wafer in it, or anti-bypass wafer. We're going to keep our key close. We're going to find a wrench to take this off. Because we have a key, we'll lock it back up. I'm going to slide this around and then just sort of rotate it off. Give that back to Suki so she can lose it for me. Also a good idea when you get into these to mark the front so you don't put them together backwards, because you can do that and it's not cool. I always use a shim. Better shim than sorry. This is the little follower. Okay, so right off, this is a 6-pin core, but it's only pinned to 5. Everybody did have to pick. Everybody of those 5 did have to be picked. Number 4, not too high. So I'm going to leave these pins in here for a minute. I'm going to take out the drivers. Might as well start in the back. I had some pliers. No, what do you call those things? Tweezers. Here they are. Suki is in the house. She's hard at work doing a lock inventory, I think. Something. Sometimes it's hard to tell what she's doing, but she's doing something. Something lock manager related. Okay, so no 6, 5. 5 is a spool, and it's serrated. 4, still in focus, frame and all that. 4 is a spool, serrated. 3, if I can get them out, is a spring. Another spring. Up. Okay, 3 is just serrated. 2 should be going from the other side. Looks like a spool. Serrated. And 1 is a spool. And there should be all the springs there. Get those where they go. Probably should focus that. So now I have found that in these American locks, whether 1100s or this is a 5800, no, it's not a 5800. They don't have a number for it. It's just the US one. I have found that if there's more serrated, like this pin, in them, they're harder to pick than the spools. The spools give you more feedback and let you know how to go. So what I'll do, oh boy, sorry. What we're gonna do here is we'll place all these drivers on here and see when the lock is in the state to be picked, Where'd it go? It dropped all the way down. No, it just left us. Is that right? And it just left us. Now somebody saw it. Oh, okay, we're discovering something. I put it, and we're discovering I'm an idiot. I put it in the wrong chamber. No wonder it disappeared. Okay. I have to put 5 and 5, not 6, because 6 is not populated. Okay. So I'm just going to put these all in. And I can see right away, 4 just does not come into play. You kiss 4 and you're good. The serrated one also does not really come into play. Number 2 spool just barely comes into play. It's already, you kiss that one and you're in. Number 1, and I'll straighten these up if I'm able, and zoom in and all that. So 1 comes into play pretty good, 2 not so much. Those 2 are spools. As soon as I get these in here, I'll let them fall out. And the reason they're hard, because they're just barely coming into play when we start picking it. So this lock, the light tension and just kissing those little guys. Okay, let's see if we can get in here. Oh my God. Well, it's not going well. Oh, that's because that's tilted. Jeez. This is a very flawed video. But that's okay. Generally, my videos are pretty much real life. What happens is happens, and it does happen. Okay, that's about as far as it goes in focus. So, not many of these come into play much. The 5th one, it's in the middle of the spool. So you kiss that and you're past. I mean, it does have a serration on it, so you can't have too heavy a tension. The 4th one comes into play the best. The 3rd one, which is that little serrated, focus. I shouldn't try to do that, especially with not a focus hand. That serrated one would be a lot better if it sat deeper. All of these would be a little bit better if they sat deeper. So essentially, that's why this is a quicker, easier pick, as long as you use light tension and just kiss them. And because it's populated with mostly spools, they give great feedback on what you need to do with them. So that is the Quick Pick Thursday in a little bit of analysis on that. I use top of the keyway. I use this little sparrow snub. As you can see, none of them have to go high. I don't need a deep hook. I don't need anything like this. It would just get in the way. Anyway, that's this cool little all-brass American. Thanks for watching. Hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment, and that's a Quick Pick Thursday for you. Thanks.